play with a gun. Earlier this morning, I was watching something on YouTube, Kofi Aduma's channel, and there's this guy in America. I think he was in the U.S. Army, and he came to Ghana, did an interview with Kofi Aduma. In the interview, the guy brandished a gun, right? Whether I've forgotten the context. There was something. There was something that they were having some conversations. So all of a sudden, the guy pulled a gun, showed it to Kofi, and Kofi said, "Hey, please, I don't." It was playful anyway. Yeah. According to Kofi Aduma, when he went to America for his treatment, this recently, this video came up just yesterday, but he said recently when he went to America, I think he's in the U.S. now, they had invited him for questioning and for him to testify that they saw a video of the guy brandishing a gun and they had court-martialed the guy.
Hey.
Yes!
Yeah, brandishing.
Yes!
No, if you put
right,
if you look at the brandishing,
no, but can you imagine?
It's a crime.
Interview, you send a fear.
Yeah, because anything can happen.
Oh, it was playful. That's what I said. I've forgotten the context. I don't want to.
Yeah, no. I know. I saw the video too, but I'm saying that.
Oh, you've seen it, eh?
On camera, you can do this playfully. Then imagine at home when he's happy and he's ready.
Okay, let's speak with MC Portfolio.
Yes.
Maybe. Let me speak with Port. Port, good morning.
Good morning, Godfather.
How you doing?
Coping. Yourself?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good to know.
Okay, Portfolio. Once again, I'll say once again because you've always been in the news. Once again, you are in the news. Whether for the for some good reasons or bad, you are still in the news. You put out a post. Let me have a look at that, please. About a gentleman who had unfortunately fired a gun and had cost the life of his girlfriend or supposed girlfriend. First of all, what's your relationship with Kobe GH?
Hello?
Portfolio, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes.
What's your relationship with him?
Well, in this context, I could say he is a family friend. I grew up with him. We share a lot of things in common. My family and his family have a special bond. We grew up in the same neighborhood and we went to the same school. So virtually the same authorities around the suburb, raised us. So yes, I know him inside out. Yes, I think we only went our separate ways because life happened and maybe I relocated to my place and he did as well. But we still see each other at events because he's art and about person, and so obviously we meet in the clubs at a couple of events and we still share pleasantries and exchange moments. So yes, he's someone I know inside out, and I don't even call him GH Kobe as people. I call him K Frimpong. I'm Frimpong to his Frimpong. So we introduce ourselves as cousins, even if we are outside or not that. So yes, I know him inside out.
When was the last time you saw him?
I met him at Emperor Nightclub when I was hosting an event. That should be barely 2 or 3 months ago. Yes, 2 or 3. I think early this year. Yes, we met each other early this year at Emperor Nightclub. Yes. So yes, that was the last time I saw him.
Okay, did you ever see him with this lady? Did you ever see him with the deceased?
No. I have always known him with a white lady. He's always been with a white lady. That is as at the time we were still together. As,
when you say white lady, did he have a white girlfriend?
Yes, a white girlfriend. K has been with his white girlfriend from I think. Yeah, from time. So it's no news. He has a white girlfriend. This Yaa Baby girl is news to me. I don't know about her, but I know of his white girlfriend, and everyone in the neighborhood knew because he was one of the earliest people in the neighborhood who bagged a white girlfriend. So yes, it was a big deal. So yeah, he's very popular, and because his dad is very popular, and yes, so yes, I mean, I know about his white.
Do you follow him on social media?
Not really. Even it's coming to me as a shocker when people are saying he's a TikTok guy and all that, because he's a very reserved person. As at the time, please let me issue this caveat. Everything the post I put out is as at the time I knew him, and we shared a lot of things in common as him being raised and all that. So he came across like virtually my caliber of person. He was like the work over guy who wants to avoid trouble, and because we are coming from disciplinarian homes and all that. And so I was sharing a testimony about the version I knew when we were staying together. And so if these few months things have changed, yes, we don't meet very often, but I know he's now more out and about, but I don't know that we could go to this level of extent. So I can only share testimony as at the time I know him. If anything has changed about him, I don't know, but I can only testify to the version I have known him for as a friend and as someone I grew up with. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, for someone you didn't know much, especially after you parted with him, why were you too surprised hearing the news of his possession of a gun, and even to the extent of alleged killing? You sounded so surprised. Your message or your post seemed too surprising. It was too defensive.
Oh yeah, yes. It's because Godfather, when you hear your son, imagine just take the boy out of situation and put me. Just put me in there. When you hear that Portfolio has committed such a heinous crime, top of mind. What are you going to tell the public? What will be your instant expression anytime you hear that?
In your case?
Mm-hmm.
You mean in your case?
Yes, in my case.
Oh,
yes, but you can only vouch say there idea with the portfolio be but way part the say balance the portfolio You see, if I heard that the guy had maybe involved in an altercation with someone, this shouldn't come to me as news, because maybe he's now in a circle where this is evident. But things about murder, things that revolves around reckless handling of gun and all that. That is why if you quote my post, Godfather, you could revisit my post. I said, this is someone who couldn't, I didn't say can't. So people should differentiate between can't and couldn't. I have never said this guy can't do it. I said this was someone who couldn't even kill a common fly as at the time we stayed together. So please, let's underline the operative words in
okay, but why the rush to put out the post, knowing that times have changed? There are certain situations that may have come up. Anything could have triggered the act. Again, the police are having their investigation. They are not yet in with their findings. So why the rush to put out a statement that he was someone who couldn't kill a fly? Again, let's not forget, when you knew him, he had a white girlfriend. Now he has a dark or black girlfriend. And so things have changed. What shows he hasn't changed?
That was a knee-jerk reaction, Godfather. I made this post, like, I think just 2 minutes after hearing it. Like, how? There was a shocker of it. I was instantly expressive from the shocker of it. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I just expressed it. It's not as if when the story developed later that I came to write this. So it was early. It was an instant reaction, hearing the story, the first thing breaking out in the morning. So if I knew, if it was now, perhaps I could have excused myself from this whole thing. But I was in shock because, one, this is someone I know inside out, and this is someone closer to me. So I expressed myself like as a distant relative, shocked, knowing the kind of guy that I have been with or I've grown up with, and knowing that all these testimonies are coming, that his circles have changed, and all that. I'm even reading about him a lot more after this incident. Seriously, a lot of testimonies people are giving about Kobe still comes to me as a shocker. So that is where I later followed up with a post that then it means, and then like I'm saying, then my old post was have a wildfire spread than the follow up. The follow up. Then I said, okay, then it means people may only let you know a part of them that they want you to know, or might change in a microsecond. And so this is not a post that I did after the story developed. No, this is the instant reaction when I heard that Kobe might die. That is why I said that. Then I hope that this was an accident, because if this was deliberate, then Kobe has changed. So it was a knee-jerk reaction. If it was now,
okay,
have put out the post.
Right. Hold on. Now, I'm just having a reflection. Your posts, I don't know, but you didn't really sympathize even with the deceased or her family. Reading the post, it looks like the lady may have done something to warranted or merited that. I don't know. I'm just trying. I'm wrapping my head around it.
Okay, so that is why I said after the time I heard the story, I didn't know there was a girlfriend involved. I have heard families or people we share mutual friends with sending me say, hey, yes, a yakokubi. I didn't even know that the story was around a girlfriend. That is what I'm saying. My post is as old as the time the incident happened. It's not as if like I knew there was a lady a lady who is his girlfriend involved. That is what I'm saying. There's a lot of I apologize if it was that sensitive, because I'm realizing that it was quite sensitive. I was expressing shock because I've said that I would be one of the people who will not countenance that if Kobe is at fault, he will be freed or spared. No, there is no way I'm going to show any form of solidarity in the name of defending my brother or my friend. No, because that is why I was expressing shock. And see, on any day, I'm one of the people who still advocate that whether came rain or shine, we should get to the bottom of this matter and let the law take its course. I'm one of that. There's no way if Kobe comes out that Kobe is at fault. Of course, I believe that he should be charged for the gun brandishing, which has a legal implication already. I believe that he should be charged for the reckless use of the firearm. Of course, that is why I'm saying that I am even learning about a lot of things and his behavioral pattern for these few years that.
Yeah, but Port, you are a media person. What happened to researching and finding out facts before coming out with a post? That's number one. Number two.
That is why I'm issuing out an apology that this was
okay. Now, are you going to delete the post? Because it looks like the comments, people were not very happy about it.
Yes,
yet you kept defending.
Yes.
Have you deleted it, or will you delete it?
Miss Andy, when there's family involved, I reacted like it felt like this is a brother. That is why I was reacting from an angle of like a very close, I'm a very familiar person. That was something. If I knew what I knew now, I would have done better. Like, I apologize. I sympathize with the situation. In fact, I have always said that the law must take its course. And I've even chance on an interview where even some of the family members still want the police to, take on whatever action when they find the guy guilty. I was just shocked. It could have happened to any other person.
Right. But you see, I understand you. Yeah. I think it will be appropriate if you delete the post. Unless you are just enjoying the sensationalism it's causing. Because
no.
Then why? Because look, if you've had the opportunity to know that, it wasn't like what I thought. Quickly, I remember I made a post about the passing of the late Super Odi. He was still alive when the information came that he had passed on. Of all my experience, I don't know what led to putting out the post. I don't know. But immediately I found out that, snap, the man is still alive. Quickly, I deleted it. Meanwhile, a blog, about 2 or 3 blogs, had mentioned me that I announced because they relied on me for information, knowing that I had found or had done my fact findings and whatever I said was accurate. Quickly, I deleted it. I could have come back to render an apology. However, I felt like it wasn't really necessary. Once I deleted the post, it explained everything. Will you go ahead and delete it?
It didn't dawn on me because I had done subsequent interview where I had apologized, but it didn't travel as far as my post did. So yes, I'll do the needful and then apologize. I think it was too sensitive for me to have waded in this early. And I know other factions might have been offended with that, which of course I do apologize because the issue is quite sensitive and there's a disease involved, which I admit. So yeah, Godfather, it hadn't dawned on me. I think I'll do the needful and apologize to whoever that reaction offense. I was just trying to, like I said, I will still reiterate that it was a knee-jerk reaction, and I apologize. I think I'll take the post down. I'll do the needful, and then still sympathize with the lady's family, and still insist that the Lord takes his course and deal with my brother. If yes, of course, he needs to. Of course, which I know that there are other aspects of the Lord that he breaches that he needs to be dealt with, and then as well in connection with this issue after investigation. So yes, I apologize and then retract. And I'll eat back every word I've said in connection with that, and I'll take the post down. I was thinking that the aftermath, I've done a couple of interviews to ask it to water down the whole thing. So yes, I would have to dig up the post and then take it down.
Right, many thanks for your time, Portfolio. I wish you all the best, and have a lovely weekend.
I miss you guys. I'll come soon. I'll come.
Right, we can't wait to see you. Right. Listeners, that was your number one MC, Portfolio. Why? I don't know why Tilly's so charged up in the studio. Guys, I've seen your comments. Keep them coming. I'm going to read all your comments. And also share the link. Share
the link.
Yeah, share the link.
Tilly's friend.
At Hits 1039 FM. Please share it. I've shared mine. I'm even on the live feed on Facebook as well. Just share the link and let others follow, and I'll be reading some of your comments. Tilly, why are you so fired up?
The only thing that gets me riled up on entertainment show is when a life is lost and somebody is making a reckless comment on the side. Because a life is lost. Her potential of being a mother, somebody's grandmother, whatever, is gone.
Sad.
It's gone. So the least we can do as a people is to show respect and let the laws of the land take its course. Portfolio estate wakan sembebri, and to me it adds on to the fact that he just enjoyed the engagement that came with the post he made. And that is all that he has done. He has proved to me this morning on the interview. Because I made the post, I quoted him and said, Portfolio, delete these posts that you have made. A lot of people, as I said, even Kwame Darcy came to come and said, listen to your sister. Portfolio did not, and went on rather to do interviews because he enjoyed the talkability the post not making, and he came with. And that to me is a very scary place to be as a person. So we pay attention to so much to the point that people are telling you that this thing a higher true jai, but because of the attention that thing is giving you, where do you draw the line, Portfolio? Look at some of the senseless things he said this morning. That this person, first of all, the same person, at the point you don't even know the current girl on the wall. Current girl no. At this point, you don't know that person, and your first reaction is to say, oh, it has got to be an accident, and then a wrong possession of firearms, and what sort of nonsense is this? Then you move on to say, oh, the thing you did, it was a knee-jerk reaction, Bossu. If you're a human being and you hear something bad and your knee-jerk reaction is to come and put online and testify when the court is not asking you any question, you have a problem as a person. Who are you testifying about his character to? Me? Go to court and go and testify about his character. That is where it will make the difference. Not me, online. Also, you are saying, say, if a guy know what to say when you're talking, and you want to say, a reckless holding, use of gun, which is exactly what's happened with the guy. So clearly, how well part you know this guy? Tia, ube make it post tia, make about the guy. Now you are saying, oh, the post you made it in the past. Now you are talking about the present. See the nonsense this guy is talking about. And I'm very sorry that I have to go hard on my brother, but at some point before draw the line with even our friends. You were talking about it in the past, but in the present, when you made the post, people were telling you, say, Bossu, this post at this time is too early and too insensitive. Even me, till you came, if I catch up post, delete the goddamn post, and this guy did not delete the post. What kind of attention bear are you? What kind of attention bear are you? No, listen to, I'm serious. What sort of attention bear is Portfolio? I didn't waste 30 m. I quoted, and I'm a catcher will say, I didn't have any delete the post. Industry pennyphobic go says a post, will delete the post. You were defending the only reason after I didn't know and knowing the issue and the gravitas of the issue, and the only reason you chose to go and do media rounds on this issue and not delete the post was because you liked the engagement. Attention, Ed. I don't know, you liked it.
Okay, let me read some comments. I'm going to end my live feed pretty soon. So, good morning, DJ Ashman. How are you doing? I've seen you on the feed, DJ Ashman. Basco, the majority, says is watching live from Tema. Cobbin Giga says, Wajaboso. Okay, right, thank you. Abner Evelyn says, keep up the good work, sir. Thank you. Hello, Lifestyle says, I'm enjoying the show. In Team World of Music, Nyom says, Happy Father's Day, Andy Dusty. Well, thank you, sir. Mr. Ashley says, more fire, Andy, more fire. Hello, Lifestyle says, Mother's Day. In some day, be a ho. Yes. Mr. Ashley says, more fire. Hey, you two more fire. What can I say? Okay, Tilly, more fire. Tilly, more. Eugene says, good morning, please. You are loud and clear. Take care. 7 Bismarck says, Akwesi Karen. Yes. 5,000 boys says, who couldn't kill a fly now has killed someone's only daughter. You should give us a break. It's loud inside Nungua 5,000. It's like a sound system. Mamaga the first says she's watching from Bojasi. Okay. Adam, please, based on what you saw from...
I mean, for me, I'll pick it from journalistic angle and say that he's a media personality. He has a lot of following, and anything he posts, people put a lot of premium on, and he needs to be guided by the ethics of this, and also use his medium well. It's not always that you have to, put drama on things. At times when you're not, communication, I mean, there is a way noise can take away the import of your message. So he should limit how he puts a lot of noise in communication, is what I'm talking about, around his presentations, because at times it should be straight, so that people will get the actual import of what you're trying to put across. So you should be very cautious about some of these things, because if care is not taken, it will get to a point that you put things on and people will not put a lot of premium on it. And yes, somebody has died, somebody. So as his caliber, he should look at the other side, so that it will not make him look like he's been biased or he's just looking at one side. Because I was very surprised that he will lose sight of the fact that a life has been lost, but he's just talking about how innocent that guy could be and not even sympathizing. So this should serve as a lesson to him, so that he will be measured. I mean, if given the opportunity now, I'm sure he will say that, I should have been measured in how I put things across. So he should take this as a lesson and be guided, especially looking at the role he plays in society.
But come to think of it, if your friend, you are a journalist, that's fine. But if it's your friend and the Dusty is in trouble, God forbid, and you must also come to his defense.
It's not always...
would this not be your reaction? Knee-jerk reaction?
It's not always that you have to come to the defense of the person, because you are serving two purposes. You are a friend, and at the same time, people are expecting you to be journalist or to be a media personality, because they either party are following you and they hold you in high esteem and believe that you'll be fair to the fact. So in that situation, you need to apply a lot of discretion.
Okay.
So that you do not appear to be only on the defensive, because at times if they see that people are very smart, if they read and believe that you are too defensive and you're not paying attention to the other side, they may not even hold whatever you've posted in high esteem, and it will lose the value. So yes, you have to show support show solidarity, but it must be measured.
We are live on it, 103.9 FM. Some more comments. Kwabna Doya Papabi says, bro, you burned the fire. Avani says, Andy the General, I salute you, boss. Okay. Ebenezer says, MC Portfolio goofed big time and he should accept it, period. Pam Bonza says, Port go explain tire. Solomon Akonoba Akume says, Mr. Andy, a gun is a dangerous weapon which is not meant for playing or jokes. We only play with toy guns, but real guns must be handled with extra care. Emil Smith says hard. Mob the caretaker said the small girls they feel the street boys. No be the boys them are fault. JQ says Tiliakia Nipaa my crash. Haj Aziz Barrow says God they say yeah, we'll be crashing on you giddy.
No pay the portfolio crashing my spirits. Many papa, I may say si form.
And I was crashing.
I call all in. We'll patch up later.
He's your guy, eh?
My guy, pa. I told you the mini papa, but
I never had a cooking on the same one.
When I wrote, so only the post no, and the stance he took, and I realized no.
Why not dream?
Why not? On him the oil, pa. On him the oil.
Hey, first follow your bro. Our picture, so I can't say this year the apology no bed. I might be a Kim promise. I might be a stone boy. Just say apology.
You can't rely on knee-jerk reactions and then extend the knee-jerk reaction online. You can't do that because once it comes online, there's always a digital footprint of Adena Watrono. No matter how quick you delete it. Some people almost sex tape at some few seconds and they delete it, but obi or your uncle be now or posting a bear problem. What I say? So when you have a knee-jerk reaction, type it in your diary or your journal on your phone. And then wait for a day to see if it's relevant that you post that kind of thing. That is what every person who wants to measure themselves does. That's what I do. Sometimes me who never online, me person me drink come out drink, but I go to my back. Me phone, now I call notepad, now I throw my drink. Then I wait because it's in the heat of the moment. Me throw we are now I train some hours. I go and read and see if the anchor that I wanted to use this is still relevant. So many posts I've deleted from the back because it was not relevant and it would have spoiled things if I'd posted in that knee-jerk moment. As a human being, you must have vows, things that you have to do to stop you from misbehaving like this in public. You're a media person, act like it.
Listeners, we are live on S103.9 FM.
This is Hits.